everybody? It's your man Apollo back with another Unfiltered Episode podcast. This is a special episode because in this we're going to review Wild Card Weekend here in the NFL. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. But you know how it is, now the football's over for the day. We all got to get ready to go back to work Monday. But before we do that, come sit down and review the weekend with your boy Apollo. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start with the first game of Wild Card Weekend. That first game Saturday, the Buffalo Bills versus the Houston Texans. What I can take away from this game is, one, Deshaun Watson he's an animal. He's something special. He's something else, man. This guy, he just got magic written all over him. And we saw it at Clemson, and we're seeing it now. And if he can stay healthy, and if Bill O'Brien and the rest of that organization can keep weapons around that kid, I truly think the Houston Texans will win a Super Bowl before Deshaun Watson retires. But, knock on wood, let's hope he stays healthy. But what I take from this game, in the beginning, Buffalo jumped out to a quick lead. And I just remember saying to myself how Houston is one of those teams where they're talented, they're good, but for some reason they get down. And I don't understand that. It's like they get down and, they have to always rely on Deshaun to do this magic and come back. They shouldn't be doing that. They're a good team. I don't know. It's just, they're just a weird team like that. But they want them going to overtime. Deshaun Watson does this amazing spin out of like two defenders from a sack. He finds his running back, and they just go down, and Bill O'Brien's like, I ain't wasting no time. Kick that field goal. Let's end this shit. Let's get ready for next week against Kansas City. And that's exactly what happened. He kicked the field goal. The game ended, and yeah, man, the Houston Texans pull off the comeback. And they wind up winning the game here, 22-19, and overtime. I don't think this was a failed season for Buffalo. To me, all year going in, I knew they were going to be tough on defense. That's just how Buffalo kind of always been. They're tough on defense. Josh Allen improved throughout the season. You got to give it to him. He's starting to look like the second best quarterback in that draft because they're trying, or it looks like they're starting to tailor an offense to him just like they're doing Lamar Jackson, and it's working. He's a big guy. He can move. He's mobile. He can throw. He's strong. He's smart. He just developed before our eyes this year. So, sky's the limit for this guy. I think next year Buffalo can come back better, stronger. If they all stay healthy. They need some more weapons on offense. I think there are a lot of games, especially that one New England game where they lost like 10-16. If they just had a playmaker that Josh could get the ball to, I think maybe Buffalo wins a couple more games and maybe they get the first round bye. But, we'll see next year. We'll see how it does, how it goes. And, like I said, Houston took this one. They're moving on. Next week, they're playing Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll see if Andy Reid can get back to the AFC title game. And we'll see if Bill O'Brien can finally get there. Can he get over that hump? He's kind of been on the edge of that. Is he going to get there? Is he not? Excuse me. We'll see this year if he gets there. Hopefully he does. I want nothing but success. Like I said, I may be a Cowboys fan, but I respect the Texans. I like who's on their team. I like Watt. I like Watson. I like Hopkins is a dog. The man's a dog. He's the best receiver in the game. And I think he's also, even though he may be the best, he's most underrated. Because I feel like he doesn't get the recognition of like Julio, or when AB was playing, he wasn't doing dumb shit like he's doing now. Or Odell, because D-Hop, he goes out there does his thing, man. He not out there crying like a little bitch like the rest of these guys. But well, Julio doesn't cry, but Julio's Julio, man. Not every day you can wake up, be 6'3", 230, and just dominate. So yeah, but yeah, man, we're gonna move on to the night game of Saturday. The Tennessee Titans versus the New England Patriots. I watched this game in its entirety, and I was on the edge of my seat. Games like this are games that I appreciate, because when I play football, I play defense, and I appreciate defensive battles. I appreciate, in the playoffs when they're running the ball, it's hard hitting. I like games like that. I don't like shootouts in the playoffs. If it's a regular season, like the game a couple years ago between Kansas City and the LA Rams was like 55-45. In a regular season, I like around week 8, week 9, some shit like that. I don't mind that. But in the playoffs, I don't want to see that. I want to see hard hitting, running the ball, smash mouth football, especially when it's cold outside. And the storyline in this game, man, Tom Brady. Is the Patriot dynasty, is it over? I'm not gonna lie. I was watching this game. Tom did not look like Tom Brady. Now, granted, they don't have the weapons. They ain't got Gronkowski out there. I've never been a big fan of Julian Edelman. I think his playoff numbers overhype his resume because, and that's been the thing in New England. Tom Brady can take guys off the damn street and be like, hey, come catch passes. I'm Tom Brady. I'll make you look good. You get there, I'll get the ball to you. And, that's what he's been good at. But I've never been high on Julian Edelman as a great receiver. I mean, I think he's manageable. I think he's smart. That's what makes him great. He's smart. He knows the situation. He knows how to get open. He knows what to do. And I think that's what makes him so effective. But this game, man, you saw it. New England used a lot of gadget and trick plays. Like, it was one play, they're in the red zone, and Tom Brady is like yelling at Edelman, like, get in the slot. And I'm like, why is he yelling at you? Like, you never see that. Like, Julian always knows what's going on. And then they run this sweet reverse to him, and he scores easily. I'm like, oh, okay, they did that on purpose. Yeah, that was a plan. But I when I watched this game, I was just watching like when Derrick Henry was just dominating. I mean, when you're 6'2", 6'3", 250, and you run a 4.4, 4.5, and you're like solid, you're like a truck with dreadlocks. You don't want to tackle that guy, and it was already cold. And I've played football in the cold. When you hit or make contact with someone on the ground, that shit they don't feel like all cushions and pillows. That shit sucks. And I said by the time the third quarter comes, let alone the fourth, they're not going to want to tackle that guy. And if Tennessee was to lose this game, it's going to be because they got away from the run, and they almost did. But they got back to running him and giving him the football. If I'm Derrick Henry, I'm saying this. I don't care how much you run me. If we can get to the Super Bowl because nobody can stop us because we're so physical, then damn it, give me the ball 30, 40, 50 times a game if you got to. I don't care. Just give that man the ball. He's all man. He is amongst boys. Nobody's going to want to tackle him. But yeah, man, the way this game ended for Tom Brady with that that tip pick six, like the defender when he picked it, he almost looked like it was like a gift wrap basket. He didn't know what to do with it. It was like he was in slow motion, like floating through the air, and he intercepted it, and he scored, and you could just feel the momentum of the Titans. Like, yeah, we did it. Maybe we just killed the dynasty. And honestly, I think it's over. I think the dynasty is over. I think that Tom Brady, I think he should retire. Of course, I don't think he will. Now, what will actually happen? More than likely, Brady, for the first time in his whole career, is about to be a free agent. All the news outlets were saying this guy should go to LA. You know how the media tries to put somebody somewhere and shit. I don't, I don't. If Tom goes anywhere, sounds crazy, but I see him going to Denver. I see John Elway finessing a move and getting Tom's ass in Denver, just like he did Peyton Manning, and trying to get him some weapons because they still got a solid defense in Denver. And if Tom is what he really is, if he's that dude, and he goes to Denver and he does it, all power to him. But I think the dynasty is over. I think if Bill Belichick, somebody got to go. If Tom stays, Belichick goes. And where Belichick goes, if he retires, if he comes to the Cowboys, which I don't see, but it would be nice. Or I don't know if Belichick pulls a move and goes down to the college level. Could you imagine that? Bill Belichick in college. Could you imagine a national championship with Bill Belichick and Nick Saban? Wow. Just wow. But I'm just talking through my ass. I don't know. I'm not a news guy. I'm not in the media. I don't know. I'm just giving my opinion. That's what we do here, Unfiltered. Just give my opinion in the discussion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Is the Patriots dynasty over? And if it is, where does Tom go? Where does Bill go? What does Robert Kraft do? You know? Maybe he goes back to Miami and gets some more hookers. Who knows? That's probably what he's doing right now. Robert Kraft is probably somewhere just knee deep in some Miami trim. Who knows? But yeah, that ends that game. The Titans win 20-13. Derrick Henry went off. They just couldn't stop him, man. Ryan Tannehill almost gave the game away a couple of times. I was like, man, if y'all lose this mother flipping game, Ryan Tannehill, man, you need to be punched in your dick. All you gotta do is turn around and give it to that big beast back there and let him run that shit. But that ends Wildcard Saturday. We move into today, Wildcard Sunday. The first game of today, Vikings versus the Saints. Not gonna lie, man, I thought the Saints had this. You know, the Saints don't lose at home mostly, a lot, especially in the playoff. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. I mean, there's no one in the league that can guard Michael Thomas right now. Maybe, you know, if you pull prime Richard Sherman from like 2014, may have a chance. But right now, I don't think anybody can guard Michael Thomas. That dude Instagrams and can guard Mike. It fits his ass. That dude just wakes up and rolls out of bed. 15 passes, $150, 2 touchdowns. Let's get it. That's Michael Thomas. But surprisingly, the Vikings win in overtime on the first drive. I went for the Saints again too, because just something about Kirk Cousins, man. When it comes to a big game, it's just like he don't show up. He just folds, but he dropped that pass in the bucket to Thielen. Man, give it to Kirk Cousins. Props, dude. Big up. So the Vikings advance. Next week, they play San Francisco. I'm going to go against the Vikings again because San Francisco, that defense, and Nick Bosa, that pass rush, and like Sherman's rejuvenated himself, and that secondary. Man, Kirk Cousins going to have his hands full. And of course, on offense, you got Jimmy G. And Emmanuel saying, look, we'll see what Kyle Shanahan got up his sleeve. We'll see if San Francisco can pull it out. I mean, it's been, only a couple, 5-6 years since San Francisco's been to the NFC title game. Team's been completely rehauled. Here they are again. Back together. It'd be crazy if they play the Seahawks and they get a rematch from a couple years ago. That Richard Sherman is now on the 49ers. That would be crazy. But yeah, the Vikes win. They move on. They win at OT, 26-20. And this brings us to the last game of Wild Card Weekend. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Man, another exciting game. Story from this game. Carson Wentz gets hurt again. And Philadelphia has to go at it without him again for the third year in a row. I don't know what it is about this guy. He just can't catch a break and stay healthy. And now, granted, it's not his fault. The defender kind of like his helmet and all his body weight fell on the back of his head. But Wentz is hurt again, man. So, if you're a Philadelphia fan, what do you think? Do you get rid of Wentz? Do you trade him? See what you can get for him? I mean, you invested all this money in him, and the guy gets hurt again. Like, what do you do? So of course, with him going down, the Eagles lose, and the Seahawks do what the Cowboys should have fucking done in Week 16. They defeat a beat and battered Eagles team. Now, you gotta give it to the Eagles, man. They fought. They fought to the end. They weren't going to go out like some punks. They fought. They weren't going to give up just because Wentz went out. And then Josh McCown came in, who in his 17th season makes his playoff debut. That's crazy. But the man was out there playing in some clean J's, man. He had the ones on out there balling. I was like, Josh, I see you, man. I want them cleats. I ain't playing football no more. I just put them on and walk around the house. Click, clack, click, clack. Like the more Under Armour commercials. Click, clack. We must protect this house. Y'all remember that. A little throwback for y'all. But Russell Wilson, it's Russell Wilson. He in a big moment when you need him, he gonna show up. Beast mode came in. He's got him a touchdown. I was happy. I was like, beast mode. And I'm like, man, wouldn't it be crazy? They get in a similar situation, and they're like on the one. They're like about to win the game, and beast mode's in, and they make everybody think they're gonna pass it, and they run like a draw, and turn around and get in beast mode scores. Just be like, oh, they were gonna throw. Oh no, you thought we was gonna throw it, and we ran it. But yeah, man. Another takeaway from this game: DK Metcalf, the rookie. 6'4", 225, 230. Dude's a damn monster out there. He showed up. He had a breakout game today. I think he had like 6, 7, 8 catches, like $120, $130, some touchdowns. Let me check the box score right quick on my phone, and I'll let you guys know. DK Metcalf, 7 receptions, 160 yards, 1 touchdown. So yeah, man, Seattle, they win. They advance to play Green Bay. I think Seattle can beat Green Bay. Green Bay has the weirdest 13-3 record I think I've ever seen. Like it's like a lot of games they edged out. You're like, oh man, Green Bay barely won, and you look up like, wait, these sons of bitches is 13-3. The hell? I think that game's gonna go either way, but I think Aaron Rodgers will get it done, and the Packers will be playing the 49ers in the NFC title game. As for the AFC, I'm gonna go with Kansas City over Houston. I think it's gonna be a kind of a little bit of a shootout, 30-40 range. I think the team in that game, the ones who make the mistakes in terms of penalties and turnovers, will lose that game. Whoever does it first will lose that game. I think it's going to be so tight because we know Kansas City defense is bum as hell. But their offense is so good, they'll make Houston defense look bum. I mean, you got Tyreek Hill. He's faster than everybody on both teams. You got the other guy, Sammy Parker, that rookie from Georgia. That dude's blazing fast. You got Kelsey. You got Mahomes. You got McCoy. You got Andy Reid calling all these exotic ass plays. I think that game is going to be the game to watch next week. That's going to be the shootout game that I was saying earlier that I don't like, but I think I'll still enjoy it for what it is. The magic Deshaun can give us. We know what Mahomes is about as long as he's healthy and all that. But I'm going to go with Kansas City. I think Kansas City going to pull that one out, and they'll be in the AFC Championship game. And this brings me to the other game, Tennessee and Baltimore. That game is the game I'm really looking forward to the most. Woof. That's going to be a hard-hitting, smash-mouth game. And I hope it's cold, like 20, 30 degrees. maybe 40 at the most. Like that's gonna really make it that old school buckle your motherfucking chin strap and let's ball kind of game. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson, and you got Mark. I hope Mark Ingram plays. You know, Baltimore, even with Jackson, they play that smash mouth football. But man, if he gets loose, Tennessee no war to hurt. They gonna have to find a way to contain him. But I hope Lamar succeeds. I hope he does well enough so the critics don't come out of the woodwork. You know, Bill Polian don't come out of the woodwork talking about how, you know, oh look, we told you motherfuckers, you can't win with a running quarterback when Russell Wilson has already won a Super Bowl. I mean, he's a running quarterback or a quarterback that can run, you know, but whatever. I think Baltimore will win that one. I think that was going to be the lowest scoring game of next week. I think Baltimore is going to win that one. And I think it'd be real slow, like 17-14. And I think that's pushing it. But I don't see Lamar Jackson throwing for maybe barely 200, but rushing for like $120 maybe. And of course, Derrick Henry gonna get his. I think. I mean, Baltimore's they a different monster. They got some animals over there. So you know, we'll see. And we'll see if Ryan Tannehill, because you know Earl Thomas, one of my favorite players, he'll be back there lurking. You know, Texas boy, fellow Texas boy. We'll see if he be back there lurking. I'm pretty sure Ryan Tannehill gonna slip up and Earl Thomas gonna get him one. But I think Baltimore wins, and then they'll host the AFC title game against Kansas City. And I'll wait till next week after the division round and give my previews and predictions for Championship Sunday, and then who I think is going to win and possibly go to Super Bowl. But of course, I'm going to keep y'all up to date. I'm going to be covering this all the way through the playoffs. I'm not covering no damn Pro Bowl because who gives a damn about the goddamn Pro Bowl? Alright? Pro Bowl is a fucking shell of what it used to be. I mean, the last good Pro Bowl I remember is when Sean Taylor lit up that fucking punter. Or it was somebody. Yeah, they tried to run a fake punt, and you know, rest in peace. Sean Taylor lit him the fuck up. You can go look that clip up on YouTube. I mean, damn. That punter, I bet he probably shit on himself when Sean Taylor hit his ass. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be keeping y'all up to date. I'm going to be here at the end of every weekend of the playoffs to give y'all my thoughts, my how I take it in, my review. Leave what you think in the comment section about what your thoughts and predictions for the rest of the playoffs, who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, you know, stuff like that. Also, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to review when they give out the regular season awards at the NFL honors. I'm going to come on, give my thoughts about, you know, who won what, like MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive, you know, Rookie, Coach, Walter Payton, all that. But guys, make sure you hit that bell, get them notifications set to all, hit like on the video, you know, get notified when I upload. I'm going to start uploading a lot. Like I said, guys, look, most of this stuff is going to be podcast format, but I'm going to be covering a lot of things, and this is the first different video. Yesterday in the video I had covered, you know, the review of a show on Netflix. Today I'm covering Wild Card Weekend. The next video is going to be something different, you know, guys. I'm going to always give you guys some content, something different to listen to. But that is my thoughts on Wild Card Weekend. It was a great weekend as always in football. Oh, and I will also be here after the college football national championship. I will I'm not going to do a preview and prediction video because I feel like I'm kind of late on that, but I will definitely review the game, cover it, give my thoughts, and give my thoughts going into the off season, what I think is going to happen next year. So I give a preview and prediction of what's going to happen next year. But that's my thoughts, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, hit that bell, subscribe, like the video, leave some comments, you know, talk to me, let me know what's going on. I'll talk to you guys later. Apollo out.